$7.5 million made in auction. All you have to do was spend 5 Benjamins, 5 of those, and you get 7.5 million. So what are we talking about today? Today we're talking about the most profitable way how to make money on eBay. It is to buy storage containers. So welcome everyone to the Geek Tech Show, and in today's video we're going to be talking about storage containers and a profitable way for you how to make money online. And if you enjoy this channel, and of course you probably do, please subscribe to it. It is free for you to join and never miss any single video. And you don't even know what's next on this show, because the Geek Tech Show is this awesome. So storage containers. This is something I have not actually tried myself yet. And the reason for that is quite simple. I have more than enough inventory as is, and I don't need anything extra. But this is a very profitable way for you to make money, provided you're willing to part with some good hard-earned cash. So of course, before you get started talking about all this money that I have right now, getting insulted, over $10,000 of bills in the bank. Well, this is not actual money. It is actually for motion picture use only. So this is the special kind of cash that you use as a movie prop. Talking about movie props, let's talk about this $500 that somebody actually spent and made 7.5 million on. It was in the news, and it comes to think about, this whole entire thing looks like a big setup to me. And why is it a setup? I think because they have Storage Wars. It is an actual show to get people to actually want to watch. Why would anybody leave $7.5 million in a few duffel bags inside a storage container? So let's say you have $500 you spent in a storage container, you bought the whole unit, you open it up and you have 7.5 million in cash. First of all, it's going to be so much money that it's not going to be a few duffel bags, it's actually going to be maybe half of the storage unit itself. It's a lot of cash, which is 7.5 million. The whole story actually sounds pretty fishy, because the guys over there, they went in, they found 7.5 million, they contacted the so-called actual owner. How would you even know who is the actual owner, who's looking for 7.5 million, who left it in a storage container? That makes really no sense. Why would they actually go about and try to find the actual owner after they found 7.5 million? You would think they would take the money and run, right? So that's it. They said they found the owner, they contacted the actual owner, and they made a settlement. So the owner actually requested the money back, they gave the money back, and the guy kept the reward, which is $1.4 million or something like that. The reward was supposed to be 1.2 million, and for some reason he got 1.4 million. It makes, I don't know, sense here. Why is it the reward so steep? It says the Royals negotiated with, so I guess the Royals got a huge cut of it or something like that. But it makes no sense, because first of all, it doesn't say who the owners are. It doesn't say who actually found this area. It doesn't say who the money actually belongs to. There's so much vague questions here, and it looks like it actually is a setup for the Storage Wars show, which is a good show. But still, I see this thing in the news, in the front page, and it looks like a setup to me, just to get people to watch the show. So what I think happened, I think that it was an actual setup. They would actually put the money right in there. Maybe it is real money. And then the guy who bought it, it's all part of the whole scene. So they put the whole scene in there. It looks like it's real, but it's not, because it's actually money coming from the actual show itself. And that's what it seems to me like as of this moment. It looks like the whole thing been set up. It could also be that this money was not even real. It was all movie prop money, fake money, being used just to talk about the actual show. So how did they actually do it? With the prop money, it's much more easier to get 7.5 million of fake cash, put it right inside the actual storage container. The guy who actually bought it was part of the show itself. They bought it, they went in, they took pictures, so it's all just part of the whole an actual setup to get people to watch the actual show. That's what I think it is. Now, that said, you can make huge amount of money getting things from storage containers, but there's a huge risk to this as well. So how do you make money with storage containers? Well, first of all, you have to get the right kind of storage containers. And how do you make money is it's usually about people who are unfortunate, who go ahead and store their stuff, belongings in the storage container. Either they're moving or they have too much stuff. They are actually trying to downsize, whatever their reason is. I mean, like my ex-girlfriend, she moved from one state to another. She left everything upstate and she moved down south. So she's paying every single month for the storage container. Let's say, for example, she can't pay for one specific month. Well, the agreement in the storage container units is that if you can't pay, we auction off your stuff. A lot of people don't understand that. They don't give you a warning, they just auction off. You go over there and all your stuff is gone. And you can't do nothing about it because you signed the contract. So it's bad for you, but whoever buys those storage units, because they make money off the storage, they just auction off the whole storage unit. They don't want to deal with this stuff anymore. Because they auction off the whole storage unit, if you're buying off the auction, this is one of the ways they make money. They make money off the rent. They make money off auctioning those units. They don't care what is inside. It's not their job to go ahead shift for a bunch of junk. A lot of it is junk. Then there is things that are worth a lot more money. So if you pay, like, let's say, for example, $300 for a storage unit, and you open it up and you find there's a lot of stuff inside, a lot of it could be totally useless, but you could find some stuff that is worth a lot of cash. But since you bought the whole entire storage unit, you have to get rid of everything inside of it. This is the big problem with this thing, the big deal. It's like, first of all, you need a truck. Two, what are you going to do with all the stuff that doesn't sell? You still have to empty the whole entire storage unit. That is the big thing here. So even if you make a lot of money on this, you have to have the means to get this stuff out of there. So you have to employ at least a few people, or you have to know people who are pretty big and heavy, who can take this stuff right out of this thing and trust them enough that they will share the money with you. And this is not an enterprise, you can just do it for yourself. But of course, if you know a bunch of people, you have a truck, you want to split money with a bunch of people as well, and then this could be a pretty good business venture for you. This is the reason I don't get into this specific business venture. Not because I don't have the money to do this, but because I don't have the time to go through this kind of stuff. Two is because I don't have an actual truck I can use to get rid of the things, or people I can actually hire, or want to even hire to do this work, because it is so much more simplest and easiest way to make money. And with that said, it is a huge gamble as well. How many of those storage units you have to go through before you find something of value? So a lot of times you'll be losing money. Once in a while you'll be hitting it pretty big. The times you'll be hitting it pretty big depends on how many storage units you actually buy, and you have to shift through a bunch of those units before you're able to find something that is pretty good. If you live in a huge city, you might sometimes stumble into somebody who has a lot of money and good things into storage containers, but you got to find the correct storage containers. We are talking about high-end storage containers. We are not talking about people who are pretty poor who are using those storage containers, which means you have to pay VIP prices for those storage unit walls. So a city like Las Vegas definitely might have more chances of you hitting it big, or New York City, than some small town in the middle of nowhere. So it depends on the destination, the location, and what is inside the actual storage unit itself, which is the big question. We don't know what is inside any storage unit that you open, and you take a gamble every single time you open it up, and you have to clean up that whole entire unit for them. This is how they make their cash. And the question for you would be, is this a profitable way for you to make money, to open up every single storage unit, and hopefully someday you will hit it big? But most often the case you want. And just breaking even is good enough for some people, but I want to make a lot more money. I want to make sure that when I open up a storage unit, I'm going to be hitting it big. Otherwise, it's not worth it for me. So the verdict for me, and maybe for you, when it comes to opening up and checking out storage units is, first of all, do you have the money to invest in those things? Two, is it worth it for you with your time to do this? And three, is this a business model you want to get into? If the answer is yes and you want to check it out, sometimes you might be willing to try it once and see if it is for you, go ahead and do so. But this is a very risky way to make money online because you never know what is inside those storage units. You could find a bunch of vintage antiques and things that are worth thousands of dollars that you invested hundreds on it, or you can find a lot of junk and you can actually have to go through a bunch of different of those units all at once and to find nearly nothing in them. Well, I hope this simplifies this whole question about 7.5 million made in somebody spending only $500. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and for future videos make sure you click subscribe button, and see you in the next video of the Geek Tech Show.